There is a moment when silence ends. A moment when patience breaks. A moment when even a god stops forgiving. That moment created Rudra. Welcome to Cammy the Story Teller. This is the story of the day Shiva did not stay calm. The day sorrow turned into fury. Let me tell you how this really happened. Shiva was not always the angry god people imagine. Before Rudra, he was calm, detached, in love. Sati was his wife, and she chose him against her father's wishes. Her father, Daksha, never accepted Shiva. To Daksha, Shiva was wrong. No wealth, no status, no pride, just ash, silence, and mountains. Daksha felt insulted that his daughter married a man like that. One day, Daksha organized a grand sacrifice. A big ceremony. He invited all the gods. Every important name. But he deliberately did not invite Shiva. Sati heard about the ceremony and felt hurt. She believed her father would not dare insult her husband in her presence. Shiva warned her not to go. He knew Daksha's pride. But Sati went anyway. When she arrived, it became clear immediately. There was no seat for Shiva. No respect for his name. And then Daksha spoke. He insulted Shiva openly, calling him unclean, unworthy, and disgraceful. The gods heard it. Nobody stopped him. Nobody defended Shiva. That silence broke Sati. She stood there, angry, ashamed, and heartbroken. She spoke to her father in the gathering, saying anyone who insulted her husband insulted her too. Then she made a decision. Sati sat down in the fire of the sacrifice and burnt herself alive. She chose death over living in a world that disrespected the man she loved. When Shiva heard what had happened, that was the end of calm. This was not anger yet. This was grief. And grief is what created Rudra. Shiva pulled out a lock of his hair and threw it to the ground. From it rose Virabhadra, a being made of pure rage. Shiva followed. They stormed Daksha's ceremony. Everything was destroyed. The ritual, the pride, the order. Daksha was punished. The gods ran. The heavens shook. This was Rudra, not a god seeking violence, but a man who had lost everything. After the destruction, Shiva stood there with Sati's lifeless body. The rage faded. Only pain remained. Rudra was born from grief, not cruelty. That is the truth of Rudra. Rudra teaches something uncomfortable. Even the most patient being has a breaking point. Even love, when disrespected, can turn into fire. And unchecked pride invites its own end. Rudra is not a warning against anger. Rudra is a warning against arrogance. Because when grief becomes rage, even gods cannot stop the storm. Thank you for listening to Cammy the Story Teller. If you enjoyed the story of Rudra, don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting stories.